Okay, I was asked the other day how you remove these bushings from the rear trailing arm of an M151A2. So I went out my scrap pile and I pulled out an old trailing arm, and I'm going to remove one of these bushings, and this is the bushing. That's what it looks like. And putting it in, it's pretty important to do it correctly. So start off with, this is a ball joint tool I got from Harbor Freight. It was cheap. What I do is I put it in here on this side. What you don't want to do, let me start off with that. What you don't want to do is, behind me, you can see my 20-ton press. I'll move it up. There's my 20-ton press. A lot of guys take and put their trailing arm up on a pole like this and try pressing these things out. Let me tell you, if you do that, you're going to change this, and that's going to change your whole world in trying to get that back in place correctly. So this is the way I remove them. I've seen other people do it other ways, but I take this ball joint kit. This has a flange on this side of it, so you put the ball, that piece on there. You take one of these that has a button that goes inside the end of that, has a tapered thing that fits these holes. You put this on here. As such, you've got to unscrew this to the point where it fits on the back. Now remember, with the ball joint, with the trailing arm bushings, you have an inside sleeve and an outside sleeve. So this ends up being a two-step process. The first thing we're going to do is press this metal sleeve out of the center, and that's this piece right here gets pressed out of the center, and then we're going to press out, then we're going to take out that sleeve. I'll show you how we do that. I set that in there, and then I just crank away at it until we get that sleeve will suddenly let go and start pressing in. It helps if you can get air on it. We can't right now with where we are. What we're doing is pressing the rubber on it. So I'm going to back it out, take it off, and I'm going to cut the rubber off that end, so we're not trying to force that rubber through at the same time. And I'll show you where we are with that. So now I take my knife and I'll cut that rubber off so it's not pushing that through anymore. Put this back on. You can see the inner sleeve is starting to come out. I'll put this on here, that on there, the end on there, and then run this back in to where I'm lining up with that metal inner. Now I'm no longer trying to push the rubber through, but this sleeve is in there pretty tight. There, it released. Okay, now it's out of there. I back this out of the way completely. And what happened this time is the whole sleeve and the button came out too. Everything came out. So I repeat the thing on the other side. If that doesn't come out, then I'm going to, when I do it to the other side, I'll show you how that comes out.